So Kentucky is currently going through the same thing that a lot of college basketball programs are going through, trying to bring over their international prospects and get them into their program officially. And Andrija Jelavic is one of the most prestigiously renowned players that is going to make their way over from international programs to college basketball in America next year. There's a lot of expectation on him. He's going to be really good. He's currently in Croatia, his home country. But at Mark Pope's press conference yesterday, Mark Pope was asked, "Hey, do you have a timeline on Andrei Jelavic's arrival? What's going on?" We are starting to see other players across the country make their way over. It sounds like Omer Meyer, Purdue's shooting guard, who's supposed to be an impact guy, is going to get here at the end of this week or early next. Oscar Clough needed a visa, Purdue center, and he's now with the team. So slowly but surely, people are getting to their destinations. Not Andrei Jelavic just yet. This is what Mark Pope said when asked where Andrei Jelavic was at in the process of coming overseas. And he said this, quote, "The status right now is that we got transcripts. He just finished classes, which is awesome. So we have transcripts, and that part of this process is complete. Now it's going through the rest of it. I'm hoping he can be on campus here. I don't know if it's optimistic. In the next, I'd love for him to be here tomorrow." End quote. Pope went on to say, quote, "He actually can't work out with the team right now. So even if Andrei Jelavic was in Lexington today, there are a number of reasons why he wouldn't be able to work out with the team. One of them is being an international student, first time in the States with our summer courses. To take the required number of in-class hours was really complicated. But we'd like to get him here as soon as possible. He's doing great. I expect him to come and have a great impact." End quote. That sounds complicated as hell, Card.
As
Any
hell.
thoughts?
He ain't getting there anytime soon from the sounds of it. That doesn't really strike as much confidence. I mean, look, I I, I don't think every international prospect is comparable, but I will say this. One of the big holdups with them a lot of the times is with transcripts, is with like these guys finishing up their classes at their ever respective country, school, class, wherever they're at. Does play a big factor in this, but also like given today's climate, more so political climate, the process of visas and getting things and getting what you need to get over here is more difficult than it's ever been. So you combine that with the transfer situation, which that's the one point out of that I take is like some good news because I think you and I both know that transcripts can really derail things when it comes to getting prospects and players. I think maybe you more than me when the bad man was very much in play, but um, there's only so much I think Mark Pope and Kentucky can do. It sounds like they're doing the right things, and you just got to be optimistic in this case, but. That just sounds like a lot of hoops that need to be jumped through. And also, Greg, you know that Omer Meyer is not coming over next week, right?
What?
You know he's not. You know Omer Meyer is not going to be here by like the end of next week.
Why?
Well, he just got recruited to play for Israel's under 21 team in their national competition.
That's not serious, is it?
No, it's not.
Okay, I was gonna say, yeah, Purdue. So I mentioned Purdue just because I feel like this stuff's really fluid. Like you can go from a press conference on a Monday, like Mark Pope just gave, being like, "Yeah, we have no idea. Timeline's muddy. I don't know. Even if he was here, he couldn't play right now." And then like a week later, it's like, "Oh yeah, he's on his way here tomorrow." I'm just gonna. I, I guess I'll try to be as honest and transparent about this as I can be. I have no idea what these processes are. I don't know that half of the college basketball coaches bringing in players have a clue what these processes are, right?
Well, I
It's
think
just,
they have somewhat of a clue.
I mean, they
I
know they
think
have
that,
to like be admitted to the school, right? But
but
I
it's not
don't
just
think when
admission.
Mark Pope got a commitment from Andrei Jelavic, he thought that he wouldn't be able to practice until October, right?
I
Like,
think he realized there was a possibility of it. I think it's a risk. I think it's a risk that I think people
sure.
are being a little bit more um cognizant of. And look, back in the day, Young Cartel, I did like a 2 to 3 month mentorship or internship, sorry, at the U.S. Embassy, one of the branches. It's a it is a extensive process.
This video is brought to you by NBA 2K Labs or maybe college football labs because the people behind 2K Labs have just built something awesome. CFBLabs.com has everything you need to play college football 26 even better. Cart, you've been playing the game, right?
I have been, but I'm behind the eight ball, Gregory. There's a lot of people out there who got a little bit of edge on me, but the good folks over at 2K Labs got me covered. They got the playbooks I need, the plays, the head-to-head coaches, knowing some teams. Obviously, way too many college football teams. I need the inside edge here, and they got all different types of things to help me get that edge.
Yeah, I jumped in and started playing Road to Glory over the weekend, and I ended up like a two-star recruit that did not get one snap in season one because I chose the wrong school with the wrong roster that was way too loaded. Had I known that CFBLabs.com exists, I would have made a much more wise decision in my Road to Glory mode. They've got teams, playbooks, coaches, team comparison tools. You can literally see every single play in the game, every player in the game, their rating, what they're good at, all in one consolidated place online to help you make the right choices and win more games in college football 26. CFBLabs.com. Go check it out. Wait, can you talk me through young Carter Elliott trying to get through that process?
I mean, I did like a lot of admin work. I wasn't going through the process, but I did like a 3 month internship at the U.S. Embassy.
Did you really?
Hmm.
Why am I laughing so much at
I don't
this?
know. It was like
I'm just, I'm,
it was my sophomore year of high school.
I'm picturing someone pulling up to the U.S. Embassy and you're there.
That is honestly
That's
pretty funny
just a
predicament.
great visual. Oh man, I'm sorry. Get back on topic here.
Here's my
I
paperwork. Here's my paperwork. Am I good? No.
I'm just dying at this. I'm not going to be able to shake this all day. I back to me speaking more on things I don't understand the processes of. Look, I feel like one thing that I have observed, and I don't know if this holds true across the board or not, but it feels like it has held true this offseason, where every program in college basketball is getting players from international programs to come play college. It's more, I don't know, it's more prevalent than ever before because it's now become a path where kids can make money and basically get to study abroad for a year. One thing I have observed is it's been a lot easier and quicker for international players to arrive to their schools, get admitted, get cleared by the NCAA, get cleared by their school, make it into whatever courses they're going to take, and then also be approved to practice and join the team. I don't know what all those processes are, get a visa along the way, all those things. There's a lot of hoops to jump through. It's been pretty clear to me, though, that if you're an 18-year-old kid from Europe trying to come, it's a lot easier than trying to be a 21-year-old kid and try and come. Have you noticed that too?
Yeah, I have noticed it a little bit. Yeah,
Which makes
but I think
sense.
yeah, it just makes sense because there's more factors.
Right. And like you're
Eh,
you're arriving at the right age and time to be a freshman in college, right? It's like you there's an entrance exam, whatever, to get admitted. It's not like how many credits did you take at Serbian high school that
Right.
gets you
And,
here,
and
right?
and like I might be completely wrong on this as well. I feel like it's like the more years you go along, like the more work you have to make up. Like you have to
Right.
be, let's say, like to your point, if you're 21 when you come over, that's basically you haven't taken what, 3 years worth of college courses or credits.
Right.
That's probably a lot to make up. While on the other hand, the other guy, like Elmer Meyer, a Kasparis, or someone like that, it's like they're 18, so they're kind of probably still. I don't know what the level of school is over there, but they're still like in school, even though they are a professional athlete.
Right. And Andrija Jelavic is 21. Just to compare him, Mihailo Petrovic is 22, Illinois' incoming point guard. Those are the two guys I've heard the murkiest reports on, like when are they going to get here? Basically, Mark Pope and Brad Underwood have been like, I have no idea. Like that is not good to sit here on July 22nd and say, I have no idea what the timeline will be. I mean, Mark Pope's own words are, I don't know if I'm optimistic or not. Like that's not good at all. And but this applies to Petrovic in Illinois too. The thing I would just say, I think Kentucky needs Yelovich. I don't think this is like a nice to have what a luxury if he shows up. They just started Trent Noah at the 4. Like that tells me something's going weird with the transfers you brought in to play that position. Jelavic is the upside guy at the spot. You need him. He's going to be ready. I mean, Mark Pope goes on in this interview to say how ready he is. He's immediate impact. You can't have an immediate impact if you're not there. And I'm not saying that's a distinct possibility at this point, but it certainly isn't the update I would have been hoping to hear if I'm a Kentucky fan.
Can I have my coat for Pope moment here?
Sure.
I think Pope is one of the best in the country at getting guys together in a short time to buy in.
So
He only
all
need,
he
he only,
needs
he
is
needs
just
he
just
needs
get here
he
by
needs
November.
he needs 4 days. 4 days, that's about it. And he'll be good.
4 days, and then I mean, what does that do to the locker room? If Jelavic shows up and starts game one after being there for 4 days, everyone's happy.
Yeah, because they'll be used to Yelovich by then. Because Pope does the thing, right? Like I don't know if you did this in high school, but like we had a gym lock-in where like the team spent the night in the gym and then practiced. I feel like Mark Pope does that. They spend a week though in the locker room. Everyone's locked in there, and they can't leave the facility until they understand the name on the front and gratitude.
That makes sense. If you were Mark Pope, is this a hoop you want to jump through again? This is, as far as I know, his first time wading into international waters for a player at Kentucky. If we're sitting here on July 22nd, he can't provide an update on when he's going to get there, and this is an integral piece of the team. Is this a process you want to go through again in the future if you're the head coach of Kentucky basketball?
Probably not. Probably not. Or just a process I'd be a lot more picky and choosy about. Like if I'm gonna put my time and resources into this, I better be getting the second coming of Malik Monk coming over here.
Yeah, I just don't think I would if I'm at Kentucky. Like I get why like a Virginia would do this or another program that needs help, but like you're Kentucky, you have access to every elite player in the transfer portal and prep basketball. Anyone will pick up the phone. I don't think I would go overseas for anyone that I'm actually going to rely on to make an impact. Like I get why other programs do. If you want to take I don't know, an 18-year-old 7'3" guy that you're hoping might pop 3 years from now as your 15th guy, then do it. That's a totally different type of ad. But adding a guy who is supposed to be an impact player that just isn't going to join your team until God knows when, I don't think that's something I would do if I'm the head coach of Kentucky based on how this has gone.
I think that's very fair to say.